I'm Stephen Brumfield, and I'm the volunteer president of the Community Associations Institute for 2011. In my day job, I am vice president of operations for Wentworth Property Management, which is a New Jersey, United States-based property management company representing over 1,000 community associations. And we are part of the FirstService Corporation, which is based in Toronto. As president of CAI, I guess I'm in many respects the ambassador. I oversee, I'm the chair of a 14-member board of trustees. I was elected by them, by my peers on that board, to serve as president. This is my 6th year on that board, and after this I am termed out, as it were. So I won't be coming back after this, and then Tom has to find something else for me to do within the organization. I've been active in the organization for about 15 years and have loved every minute of it. It has very much helped me further my career in the community association management industry in the United States. And so I am sort of the chairman of the board for a year. There are obviously economic concerns within our country now, and so some of the issues that we deal with revolve around that, but the Institute has had a very successful last few years financially. I think we've had a greater penetration within our own market, and we are starting to see that we are valued as a professional organization by our members in a much greater way. Our membership has grown. We're over 30,000 members now. Which was a huge milestone for us to pass. So really in terms of issues for the Institute has just had an enormously successful last 3 or 4 years. So not a lot of leadership or other challenges within the Institute itself. It's just had a wonderful last 3 or 4 years. Within the industry, obviously there will always be challenges to overcome, and that is why the Institute exists. Legislative challenges related to the economic downturn in the United States, etc. But I think we've seen great success in sort of mounting those challenges and helping the industry overcome them. I am vice president of operations for Wentworth's National Lifestyle Division. That division oversees the management of 80+ large-scale community associations, which are scattered across 6 different states within the United States. My smallest client is about 500 homes, and my largest client is about 7,200 homes at the moment. I think there's just a whole different set of amenities and a whole different set of dynamics tied to the two. I don't have a lot of experience in high-rise management, which is what we would call your strata communities here in Australia. But I can tell you that the mindset which directs you to a large single-family detached community is completely different from the mindset which directs you to strata here. You know, of course, it's completely different in the United States. We have many more of those large, sprawling, single-family home communities. So we tend to be less vertical in nature than Australia does. Well, I think the division that again, the division I'm responsible for is called the Lifestyle Division. And lifestyle is at the key of it for us. The thing that differentiates us perhaps from other companies who do what we do is our promotion of the actual lifestyle within a community association. It's the planning of events and doing the fun things that are not often associated with community association management. Yes, we do touch on the parking issues, the pets issues, et cetera, all of this sort of negative connotation issues that you see with community association management. But we like to present and promote the positive, and we think lifestyle and the promotion of lifestyle within community associations is a big part of that. And so that's what sets us apart, I think. Largest client annual budget is probably $17 million, something like that. They've got probably $15 million in reserve funds. Again, 7,200 homes, and they will build out to over 8,000 homes. They have a number of different things. They have virtually everything you can imagine. A whole network of trails for golf carts. They have 3 golf courses. They have 2 full-service restaurants, softball fields, pickleball fields, which is maybe an American phenomenon. It's a very interesting game, kind of like slow tennis, if you will. Okay. They have a movie theater, and they have a number of different club and community facilities. One of our clients in Illinois actually has a community clubhouse that they refer to as the Prairie Lodge, and that clubhouse is 120,000 square feet under roof. It literally takes 10 minutes for me to walk from one end of it to the other. So some very impressive facilities created by a very forward-thinking developer who's been very responsible, and it's just been great. Well, particularly at those larger communities, you see a great deal of competition to serve on the board of directors. You know, the board members actually run, and a lot of them have actually little campaigns, and they submit their resumes, and they have a candidates forum, and they are very serious about it. Interestingly enough, I'm not familiar enough with Australia to know this, but none of my boards are compensated. So these are just folks who really have a dedication to service of community, and this is why they seek to fill positions like this. And we are blessed to have just dozens of very highly qualified board members to serve. We're very fortunate to have that. If nothing else, it's, you know, if you have 7,000 homes in a particular community, you've probably got something like, you know, 13 or 14,000 residents, and there's a lot of great folks to choose from. And obviously, if they're all competing with one another, the cream rises to the top, and that's what happens. Yeah, and we've had great luck with it, and we're just blessed and fortunate to serve with the boards that we have. Some of the more prominent issues, maybe architectural improvements and the whole pre-approval process for those. You know, the building of decks, the widening of driveways, the installation of fountains and sculptures in individual lawns. Also, you know, parking of commercial vehicles is often a very big, you know, sort of compliance issue that we deal with, that type of thing. Well, they're very frequently amended. Usually in their infancy stages, they start out as something very innocuous, and the board chooses to expand upon certain segments of those as time moves on. It's unusual for a developer in drafting a set of governing documents for one of our communities to think of everything, so to speak, at the beginning. So they place things in that can be read in a general sense and expanded upon by policy resolution later. And that seems to work pretty well. There's 2 different types of I'll use your term, golf estates that we deal with generally. You have what we call equity clubs, and just general golf clubs that are non-equity ownership. In an equity club, an owner actually buy their house in the community, and then they buy an equity share in the golf course itself. And then in the other structure, the community association owns the golf facility, and everybody has an interest in it, whether they want to or not. So in the equity club, you have to have a number of members of the community who are interested in dropping a large sum of money into, you know, the golf facilities, and you know, the success of those in this day and age has been, some of them it's been a challenge in keeping the equity members interested in still being equity members, and some folks, you know, obviously have chosen not to be at some point in time, and they may or may not have trouble selling their membership. that type of thing. We're seeing a lot of saturation in the golf market these days. A lot of folks have built golf courses, and some have been really successful at it and some haven't. So it's just a challenge of trying to direct and hopefully steer them in the right direction. Our company very, very heavily embraces technology. We have a proprietary set of software that we use as both a management tool and a lifestyle tool. So we have things like the ability to access your account online if you're a resident in one of our community. We have a connect feature which allows us to make one phone call and it does a telephone blast to the entire community autonomously. You know, that's just a couple of the neat little technological gadgets that we have in this day and age. But it's proprietary and it's something that we offer that not many or any of our competitors do, and we're definitely forward thinking in terms of technology. Well, it's certainly been a trend of late, and our company employs a lot of what we call lead AP certified professionals who are capable of providing consultation to boards. And you know, we very much promote the idea of doing energy audits with certified engineers in that field, and certainly it's been an area of focus as communities and folks generally have been concerned about that of late. I think our industry obviously is going to continue to grow. I believe something like 80% of new single-family homes are built in community associations in the United States these days, and that's a lot of homes. And you know, obviously we're in a bit of a downturn now, but the building will start again, and when it does, we'll have a great number of new community associations coming online. And one thing that we see, and nothing is recession-proof completely, but our industry is certainly a bit recession resistant in that when downturns like this come, people still need community association managers, they still need community association practitioners and service providers to cut the grass, to collect the assessments, to provide legal consultation, etc. So those things are still necessary even when the economy is not so vibrant. It may cause us to have to take a beating on our prices sometimes, but that's okay. You know, we can talk about that too. But yeah, it's been a great industry for me personally, and CAI is just a great organization to be involved with to further my career in the industry. So. I think it's a combination of interest on the part of owners to be a part of a community that has a certain set of amenities and a certain lifestyle that's available to them. So that's part one, is that certainly common interest communities offer generally amenities and networking and lifestyle that you don't find in a house or a home that does not have a common interest network. But I think also municipalities within the United States have begun, you know, several years ago to realize that a lot of the things that they have historically done, like trash removal and maintenance of road work and things like that, can be abdicated, if you will, to community associations, and that does a lot to help them financially and in other ways. It strikes me as virtually the same. I mean, your challenges are the same as our challenges. Your industry strikes me as a bit younger than our industry, but it's the same. You know, they're the same challenges that we have gone through historically and we continue to go through, and so I think we can learn a lot from each other. You know, it's a beautiful country, and I've only seen a very small part of it, but I look forward to being back. Thank you.